This episode of the What's Happening Delco podcast is brought to you by Delco Meets for Business. Check us out on Meetup, register, and attend one of our fantastic networking meetings, which we meet on the first and third Thursday at the Brick House in Ridley Park, and the second and fourth Thursday at the Upper Crust in Newtown Square. We look forward to seeing you there. What's happening, Delco? I'm Rich Shane, and welcome to the What's Happening Delco podcast. Today, I'm joined by Laura and Paul Gilliam of T-Shirt Bakery. Laura and Paul, welcome to the podcast.
Hey, Rich. How are you doing?
I'm doing fabulous. I'm excited. We get to talk T-Shirt Bakery today. What is T-Shirt Bakery?
Well, T-Shirt Bakery is a family-owned screen print shop. We started to put it together in 2017. Been working on it ever since. At the moment, we're in a 1,000-foot space off of Pennell Road in Media, up in the Granite Run Mall area. And we're growing, and it's exciting.
How did you come up with the name T-Shirt Bakery?
That's funny. I was setting out for, something industrial, T-shirt foundry, T-shirt factory, T-shirt forge, and everything seemed to be taken when I was searching domains, but bakery was actually available, and it's, for the most part, it's been received pretty well. We've had a couple phone calls for people asking for wedding cakes or chocolate mousse and things like that. So, I was caught off guard, like, who are you trying to reach? I don't understand. But that's the story.
T-shirts, that's not all you do. Talk about the whole gamut of what people can get when they call T-Shirt Bakery.
Yeah, well, basically, the bulk of it is T-shirts, because I love T-shirt. You go to the mall, you go to the grocery store, and count how many people are wearing a T-shirt. It seemed like a viable business opportunity to try out. That's what we tell each other all the time. It wasn't like we were starting like a aluminum canoe company or something. I mean, it's T-shirts. But in addition to that, we offer embroidery services. It's not just T-shirts. It's, hoodies, sweatshirts, tote bags, onesies, basically anything that you can personalize with your logo or message that's pretty much done on fabric of some kind, we're able to do. So if you're trying to get out your image or your visible message, to potential clients or potential customers, it's a good first impression to make. You walk into somebody's office to hand them a business card and explain who you are. They look at your shirt right away. They say, these people are kind of put together, they must know what they're doing. So that's just the whole thinking.
So a lot of what you help people do is brand their business, their personal business, their company, so that there's continuity in the message. Have you always been passionate about branding or T-shirts and embroidery and all the things you do?
Yeah, not so much T-shirts, embroidery. I mean, my background is in graphic design for 35 years. Art Institute of Philadelphia, class of 85, represent. And, I've been doing direct response graphics since my first job in 1985, and self-employed since 97. But as the work began to slow down a little bit, I'm like, we have to try to do something to augment the income that we have. And it's kind of just a little bit of a lateral move for us to move into screen printing, because we're printing things and it's logos and stuff like that. But I have a whole background in technology that we use, and the terminology. So it wasn't a complete, you run into a lot of screen printers who used to work. I know a guy in Alabama who used to work, I think, for the highway department, or somebody who worked with Boeing, or somebody who worked, was an accountant or something. And they decided to try, which is like really cool that they try out a new direction with their life, and hopefully it works out. But this wasn't, I wasn't coming in cold. I had a pretty good understanding of how things work.
What can people expect when they work with the T-shirt bakery? Take us through the process.
Well, ordinarily we get a phone call. We get a lot of traffic. We have a website that we try to make as informative as possible. There's actually, you can push a button on the website. It'll take you to a form, which will ask you all the pertinent questions so that otherwise you have to sit on the telephone with me and I ask you a bunch of pertinent questions and then you're like under pressure to come up with the answers. And then what that will do, they'll send that to us and we'll get the quote request information in an email. And then we put a quote request and we try to turn our quotes around as quickly as possible, hopefully within a couple hours, because when I need information, I'm trying to get it as quickly as I can so I can make a decision. So that's the goal, is just try to get the information to people, so that they can make a qualified decision about what it is that they want to do.
With your experience in graphic design and art, can people bring their own logo, or can you design something for them if they're not sure what they want to do? Maybe it's a startup business. Yeah,
we relish the opportunity to actually do some design work. Most of the time, people have something that it's already in existence, like a logo or something that somebody's done in the past. It's an existing company, but we make sure to mention the fact that we offer design services. Within reason, it's no charge, so we can try to put something together that's really going to do the job for you. When you put the shirt on or the hat or something like that.
Your clients, you serve a wide variety of people, businesses, and things like that. Is there a minimum order? Is there a maximum order that you can serve for people?
Yeah, pretty much the minimum order is just 12 pieces at this point. Anything less than that, it's not really cost effective for us to be involved in the first place. But maximum, we can do 300, 400, 500 pieces or more. We can do anything. The current press that we're working on is a 6-color press, so we can do 1 to 6 colors. But we can also do simulated process colors, which is basically full color printing with using screen printing inks. So,
I thought you were going to say you could do 3, 4, 5,000 shirts.
We do. You're right. I didn't want to take up too much of your time, but we do 3, 4, 5,000.
One of the things I know, because you've helped What's Happening Delco, you've helped Delco Meets for Business, that 12 run or more does not have to be all mediums or all larges, or you have the ability to, because I think for a lot of people, they're like, well, I've got he's an extra large, she's a small, and everything in between. And they hesitate to get shirts. Maybe it's for, let's say, a family reunion, or everybody's doing a trip to Disney World and they all want to match, and all those pictures they take and all be in the same shirts. But you do offer the ability for people to mix and match sizes.
Right. So we're passionate about customer service. And one of the things that we do is we can cater to individuals and their needs and make sure that, we put ourselves in the position, well, how would we want to be treated if we were buying a T-shirt? So we have the flexibility to do that. And I started here back in 2017 with Paul as his partner, but left my job in November to join the T-shirt bakery full time. And so I've also, and have been engaging with the customers. So, that's our niche. I think just having, customer service at their fingertips with any questions that they would have. And the software that we're using is just, enforcing that. So it talks to them, it tells them what process we're in, whether we're in production or we're doing art. The customer knows exactly where their job is at all times.
You mentioned you're on the phone talking to people about what their needs are. What's that phone number so people can reach out to you?
Yeah, the number is 215-475-2096.
And that website for people to go to see all that you do and perhaps put an order in or contact you through your website?
Sure. The website is tshirtbakery.com. There's a hyphen between T and shirt. I feel like I always have to tell people that, but it's tshirtbakery.com. and you can pretty much get any information that you need by going there.
Is there anything we haven't talked about on the podcast? Anything you want to share with the listeners about you or more about T-Shirt Bakery?
Yeah, I think Laura touched on it. It really is, like, customer service really is a huge thing. I mean, recently I'm dealing with things where you're trying to get an answer from somebody and, you're hearing crickets, and we want people, like if we're doing artwork, like, well, I want you to please tell me if there's something that you don't like about it. Let's do it and get it right, because I don't want you having regrets as you walk away, to put the thing in your car. I want you to be thrilled and to tell everybody that you know where you got your shirts, and then hopefully they're going to come and get shirts. So we just we're accessible all the time. And if there's any questions that anybody has, I mean, feel free to call us. If you need to stop by to look at some samples or something, we can usually do that. It's not a big problem, because we want you to be 100%. Any business is going to say that, right? But I mean, especially nowadays, it's just getting crazy. Everybody, all your customer service stuff is in the Philippines or in who knows where, and you're just trying to get an answer. And so we like to be available. You call the phone number and you're going to talk to one of us every time, and we're going to get an answer. If we don't have the answer, we'll get it to you as quickly as possible.
You're in the middle of one of your printing runs and you have a cheesesteak craving. Where are you going?
Yeah, we go to Phil and Jim's in Parkside.
How about pizza? Where are you going for your pizza in Delaware County?
We go to Femi's Pizza in Brookhaven because they make an awesome meatball pizza that we just love.
I love meatballs on a pizza. I thought I was the only one. Apparently I'm not.
I encourage you, check it out.
Yeah, it's awesome.
They've been mentioned before. Wawa or Royal Farms? Where are you going for your convenience store option?
Wawa.
Probably Wawa out of convenience.
Yeah.
How do you describe Delco to somebody who's never been here or has not heard of Delco before?
It has a mindset all its own. Very proud of our Delco heritage. I go back to I moved into Delaware County when I was 2. So that was quite a few years ago. And it's its own personality, and people are proud of where they come from. And they can be a little rough at times, but they also embrace you. As our neighborhood is great that we live in.
You have friends or family coming in from out of town and you want to give them or take them to have that Delco experience. Where are you sending them or where are you taking them?
We'll give you a list. Nifty 50s and Folsom. If we're getting hoagies, we'll go to Roland Deli in Brookhaven. Shout out to Roland. It's nuts, Roland. What other?
We're going to take them where the water is and ask them what that is. So we're going to go get water ice. Yeah. Water ice.
That's all we'll do.
See, the fun part about your trip and what you're preparing for is it's going to be food. It's going to be fun. And I would imagine it'll say something like Laura and Paul's T-Shirt Bakery extravaganza. Because you can make the T-shirts, and now we're going out with the T-shirts on as we follow the list of places you would like your friends and family to go to, right?
Exactly. We have that capability. Don't tell our family that, but we do.
The best part about the customer is if you have an idea for a T-shirt and you think you can't do it, call T-Shirt Bakery because we'll make it happen for you.
I can't say anything more than that, Laura. We should have started with that. We would have mic dropped. We would have finished the podcast in 2 seconds, but we would not have gotten a chance to get to know you and Paul better. Thank you so much for being a friend of What's Happening, Delco. Thanks for all you do to make sure people are out there, branded, giving an opportunity for people to know their message. And look, Delco, thinking about whether it's a bag, a hat, a shirt, a hoodie, whatever, give Laura and Paul a call. They're a treasure in Delco, and they can take care of you.
Absolutely. One more shout out. We do events. So this fall, we'll be at a bunch of events around Delaware County. We do a lot of pre-printed stuff, Eagles, Phillies, stuff like that. So look for the orange 10.
Look for the orange 10.
Yes, sir.
Thanks so much for your time today, and we'll see you at Delco Meets for Business.
Thanks very much.
Take care.
Hey, it's Rich. Thank you so much for being a listener to the What's Happening Delco podcast. I appreciate you taking the time out of your day to learn more about the people and businesses in our community. I have been a real estate agent for over 25 years, working with first-time home buyers to last-time home sellers. As a listener of the podcast, my gift to you is a complimentary 1-year American Home Shield home warranty. This is for buyers and sellers that I help. If you're looking to move anywhere in the United States, I have you covered with an amazing network of real estate agents. I look forward to hearing from you. My direct line is 215-313-3777, or you can email me at rshaneremax@comcast.net. Oh, by the way, I am never too busy for any of your referrals.